Good evening and salutations, my Days of Our Lives fans. So, this episode was. I don't even know what this episode was. There was stuff that did happen, but for the most part, it was pretty damn boring. Um. Let's get into it. So, Lonnie and Kristen, they catch up. They talk about all the past stuff that's happened. Kristen is happy that Lonnie's pregnant. And that's pretty much about it. They just play catch up. And then she left because, she's still a wanted woman. And she left just in the nick of time because Abe was actually coming in. And so she ran out. Abe was like, so it was a nun that just kind of just ran past me. What was that about? That was about it. They caught up. Who knows how long she's actually going to stay in town for, because, again, she's wanted. And yeah, that was pretty much about it. They just caught up. You had Brady and Marlene talk. Pretty much just kind of caught up to each other. Nothing really transpired from that conversation except for the fact that, he misses Kristen. He tried to do something really dumb to get Kristen back, made up a lie that wasn't true, was going to get both of them in trouble, him and Victor. And pretty much what he said to Marlene before she left was, well, just tell Eli, thank you for preventing me from making a mistake. That was it. That was really about it. Again, somewhat pointless. Except for at the end. Because at the end, Brady's just sitting there looking at pictures of Kristen. Kristen's dressed up as a nun's outfit. She's like literally looking right at him, like you can almost feel that person's presence right behind you. Brady turns around, and nun turns around. Brady's like, Kristen? I guess she didn't turn around fast enough. Or maybe they just have so much of a deep connection that he can just feel her presence. I don't know. Anyway, that's pretty much where their scene leaves off at. Let's talk about Abe and Julia. So in the beginning, Abe comes in Julia's place. Julia seems all frantic and stuff like that. Abe was like, alright, so what could I do to help? And then Julia starts giving him, like, just these different tasks, move this way, move that way. No, move it over there. And then finally, he puts it in the right spot. Julia's like, oh, well, go get the champagne out the back. Abe was like, get it your damn self. I don't think he used the word damn, but pretty much he was like, get it yourself. And so it was a little bit of a tension thing that was going on. And, Julia, she apologized. And then she was like, oh, well, could you help do the napkins? He did the napkins, and Julia still had an issue. I don't know. I get that she was meant to trying to make sure that Eli's wedding was perfect, and I'm pretty sure her heart was in the right place, but I gotta be honest, I was with Abe on this one. She was annoying, and she needed to stop. Also, I guess she had help that was supposed to be coming, but the help was sick, so it was pretty much just her doing it all by herself. I can't understand why she only just had one person. I'm pretty sure she has a staff of people. She couldn't just call up anyone else to, like, help out. Whatever. Again, I get it. Her heart was in the right place. She's not there trying to do it for her grandson, but acting the way she's acting, it just was really unnecessary. So Julia goes somewhere. Tamara? I guess Lonnie's mom comes in. And Abe and Tamara catches up. And then on the other side of town, now, I don't know. I'm assuming this was. I don't even remember if. So, Eli is not there talking to his sister, I think. Which I'm not gonna lie, I can't tell if it was his sister or his mom at one point. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little kind of confused. Anyway, he was not there talking to her. And, taking pictures left and right. I'm gonna go with sister. So he was not there taking pictures or whatever left and right. And then, Eli's mentor Billy comes in, and at first Eli's like, well, it was mostly for close family and friends, but we go way back, so you cool with staying. And then Billy's like, oh, that's good. No, what's her name? I can't remember her name. Valerie, I think. Was like, oh, that's good because he's my date. And this was this thing that was going on for a good minute and a half, or at least a good minute, where they had to explain themselves to Eli, like how long they'd been together, and they just hit it off, this, that, and the third. And then Billy, I felt like, just made some sort of excuse to leave the room. And I think her name was Valerie, was like, so are you cool with me and him dating and stuff like that? And finally he was like, yeah, sure. I didn't really understand the issue of him dating her. Like, he doesn't seem like he's a bad guy. I mean, unless there's something that I don't know. He doesn't seem like he's a bad guy, so like, what was the issue? I don't know, I don't get it. Anyway, he was like, it's cool, whatever. And then that pretty much ended that scene. Let's talk quickly about Rafe and Chad. Pretty much, you got Chad and Rafe in there giving their versions of Valley, giving their versions of Gabby. Rafe basically snipped there saying that she didn't do it, and I believe her. And Chad snipped there saying, well, I believe that she did do it, and blah blah blah, this and that and the third. There was some scenes after Gabby was heading towards the courthouse with Rafe, and Chad started throwing in a bunch of cheap shots here and there. You're going to court, and like, you're gonna lose, you're gonna go to jail, this, that, and the third. After a while, I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm kind of over it. Let's just see what the verdict says. And you know what? This is something that I got to sit there and hand, or this is something I got to hand it to Days of Our Lives. Now, I may be more, well, let's be honest, I like General Hospital more. But I do like the fact that they skip a lot of these, courtroom scenes with the with the actors and stuff like that. You just skip all that. They go right to the verdict. I love it. You have any idea how many times I actually sat through scenes with General Hospital, with Michael and Sonny and Sonny, and mostly Sonny, because he's always doing something, and they got to go through this whole court trial throughout the week. Days is like, nah, we good. We just going to skip all that. We're just going to get right to the end. So, definitely points go to Days of Our Lives on that one. Anyway, we're going to skip ahead a little bit. And, so we found out that Gabby was proven, not guilty. So, yay for Gabby on that one. And I do stress it that way because, let's just be very clear. There's a scene, and this is what we're going to get into. There's a scene where you have Gabby walk in on Gwen and Jake, and Gabby's like, oh, well, get your paws off my man. And I'm like, oh, we're seriously not going to do this, are we? We're really not going to do this. Of course we do this. So, you got Gwen and Gabby just going at each other. Literally. At first, it's verbally. I'm like, you know what? You're both making asses out of yourselves. You are both making asses out of yourself. Gwen, particularly you, are making an ass out of yourself. Because Gwen turned over and was like, so we're back together. And even, because at one point, they were saying something. And Gwen was like, well, even if he is Stephen Demare or whatever, you prove that he is who you say he is, he's over you. And we're back together, And Jake is like, it's complicated. Gwen, did you not just hear what he said? It's complicated. That didn't mean that he wants to go back out with you. I just... And this is for both genders. There is nothing more pathetic than watching two people fight over one person. It is the stupidest thing to sit there and watch. Because it does nothing, it makes them both look like asses. It makes that person get even more of an ego trip. And it solves nothing. Because, really? And listen. Really, Jake? That's the guy who you want to fight over? You want to fight over with I just... Okay, whatever. So they both are verbally arguing with each other. Then it turns physical. Turns physical because Gabby slapped Gwen. May I remind everyone that Gabby is on parole and she has a trial that's coming in probably a couple hours. You want to get in the fist fights with women? You want to get in the fist fights with people now? Are you kidding? See, this is the reason why I don't like Gabby. This is exactly the reason why I do not like Gabby. And I understand that, people like Gabby. Gabby is people's favorites, this, that, and third. But to be honest, she comes across as a moron. She comes across as an absolute fucking moron. Because she's the type of girl that would do something first, think afterwards, and then want everyone on the planet to sit there and feel sorry for her. I can't. Anyway, they start fighting. Rafe comes in, and Rafe is like, hey, listen, we gotta get to the courthouse. Because, your trial is going to be deciding if you're out here or you're back in jail. Again. So before she goes, she turns around, she's like, oh, well, don't be with that skink or something like that. I'm like, sweetheart, may I remind you that you are also fighting over him, and that doesn't really make you look any better than her? Okay. So she leaves, and yeah, of course, she finds out that, she is not guilty, so, yay for more scenes with fucking Gabby. So, towards the end, after Abe comes in and he takes Lonnie to the wedding, to Julia's place. I mean, seriously, she couldn't hire anyone else. She has a whole staff. I'm pretty sure somebody would want to get extra money, but whatever. So they're all there. They're at the wedding. I know this is fucking. I'm gonna say it anyway. So they're at the wedding and they're about to start the ceremony and everything is going, and then Lonnie's mother starts to breathe really heavily. Then she starts to kneel on the ground, and then I'm not gonna lie. She did the fakest fall I've ever seen in my life. And I get it. It's a soap opera. They're not known for their stunts or a lot of other things. But Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure I can fall better than that. It was so bad. Anyway, she falls. And then everyone rushes to her, so that stops the wedding, and that pretty much ends the show. That's literally the last scene. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. That's gonna do it for this recap of, well, fuck it, this review of Days of Our Lives. Like I said, kind of a boring scene. I mean, kind of a boring episode. Some highlights that happened. You know what? I'll change my mind. There were some boring parts of Days of Our Lives, but some stuff was pretty interesting. Some stuff was pretty stupid, but I guess it was interesting because it was stupid. And what I mean by stupid, I mean by two women fighting over this one man, which, I mean, him? Really? Listen, I'm not here to sit there. I am straight, so I can't sit there and judge another man's looks. And with that being said, I'm pretty sure that both of them can probably do better than Jake. So why are we anyway, that's gonna do it for this review of Days of Our Lives. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Always appreciate people when they comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Appreciate them both, because that's something. Have a good day, good night, depending on when you're watching this. Be safe, and I will catch you in the next review.